Anytime I release anything, the interpretation is going to be up to the audience. However, I would like to say most of this album has nothing to do with what everyone may go to. And I think it's important for me to say that because I've evolved so much and I have experienced life with new people. I've had to go through transitions with friends and lose people in my life and gain new people, and I've had a whole new life forever. So it's up for whatever people want, but to me, it was about both of our past and our history, and also just inspired by friends and relationships. Like some songs were actually meant about friendships in my life, and I think that's what, to me, the album was about, and I just wanted to get that out there because that was very important.
She's cool because she's not mad, right? But like, little does she know. Did you punch someone? Do you have the proper makeup, people? Because you have lipstick on your teeth, and this ad is in a store. So, on an embarrassment level, I would say this is definitely.
Selena Gomez is not holding back with her latest album. She's throwing serious shade at both Justin and Hailey Bieber, and she's doing it in style. This album? Yeah, it's packed with subtle and not so subtle digs. And honestly, it hurts. Fans are picking up on every lyric and the internet. Completely obsessed. TikTok's basically turned into a Selena versus the Biebers battleground. Clips, theories, and breakdowns are going crazy viral. And get this, rumor has it, Hailey's had enough. Word on the street is she's thinking about taking legal action over all these wild fan theories linking her, Selena, and Justin. But let's be real. With all the so-called proof floating around online, does anyone even care what happens in court? People already made up their minds. Meanwhile, Hailey and Justin seem to be scrambling, pulling every trick in the book to do damage control. They even went running to People magazine with some insider claiming it's all sunshine and rainbows. Behind closed doors. According to them, Hailey's busy with work, Justin's focused on music, and apparently they're totally unbothered by all the drama. Sure. If they're so chill, then why the legal threats? The source also threw in that whole "they love being parents" and "their marriage is great" thing. Okay, cool. But if that's the truth, why does Justin look like he's carrying the weight of the world every time he's seen in public? And let's not forget that time he casually admitted in an interview that his marriage kind of felt arranged. Yikes. That wasn't exactly a love letter. Now back to Selena. Because this album? It's not just music. It's a message. She might say it's not about who we think it is, but come on, those lyrics? Way too specific. Fans are connecting the dots faster than you can say emotional damage. Selena might be playing it. Cool, but everyone can see right through it. That whole "it's not what you think" line? Classic deflection. The album is serving straight-up truth bombs in every track. And the timing? Yeah, interesting. Justin saying, "I think it was an arranged marriage around the same time this album drops," feels a little too perfect to be coincidence. Cold doesn't even begin to describe it. The line hits hard. Door wide open for the whole wide world to see you, then you kiss her right in front of me like I'm not even there. Brutal. And just when you think she's done, she hits with, "I should have caused a scene for what you did to me." Oof, that one stings deep. But the line that cuts the most? "We both know that I would never leave." That's her calling out that painful, toxic cycle, knowing she's being hurt and still staying. That's real, raw, and honest. You can practically see the flashbacks, Selena and Justin splitting, and then boom, he's suddenly everywhere with Hailey. Like no pause, no respect, just gone. Moved on publicly while Selena was still trying to heal. Sure, she had that thing with The Weeknd, and yeah, there was chemistry. But let's be real, it didn't hold the same weight. That history with Justin? It ran way deeper. Fast forward to now, and maybe Benny Blanco's in the picture, but back then, it was always about Justin. And when Selena sings in the chorus about blaming herself for not walking away after seeing who he really was, that's heartbreak and growth woven together. Then there's the Spanish track. Este, hope I said that right. It hits differently. The lyrics talk about letting go of a boy with sad eyes, and weirdly, it gives off this Diddy energy. I don't know why, but something about it makes you wonder, did Diddy get in Justin's head? Fans have their theories, especially with all those wild celeb tapes flying around online. But let's not spiral too deep. Back to the music. This song blends English and Spanish, and it's packed with emotion. Selena sings, "It's not your fault I had to leave. Please don't look that way, baby." Then comes, "I don't want to say goodbye. Don't cry. Just hold me one last time." You feel that? Full-on heartbreak mode? But the line that really hits? 2 years have passed and I still think of you in every way. Before, they were your eyes raining in autumn. Now they're mine. That's poetic and painful. It's clear. She's still haunted by the memories, still carrying the weight. But the vibe here feels like closure. The kind that hurts but sets you free. Like, yeah, they loved each other, but life took them down separate paths. And Selena even admitted in an interview that this album reflects more than just romance. It's about friendships, growth, healing. She said, "Most of this album has nothing to do with what everyone may assume." That was her trying to set the record straight. But let's be honest, most doesn't mean all. That little loophole, it left the door wide open for fans to dissect every track. Like if there are 10 songs and 4 are clearly about Justin, does that still count as most being about something else? It's giving fuzzy math, and ever since the album dropped, believers have been on fire. Across social media, Justin's name has been dragged left, right, and center. He even posted this whole emotional paragraph about forgiveness, like straight-up Bible vibes. "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." He started listing off 10 different forms of forgiveness, talking about friendships, letting go. And yeah, fans caught the connection immediately. Why? Because Selena literally has a line where she sings about forgetting him, and that "go cry when no one's watching" lyric, people are split. Was that for Justin or Hailey? Either way, the timing, suspiciously perfect. Selena snapped. No filter, no holding back. Meanwhile, Justin's trying to play the calm, collected peacemaker. He writes, "I want to take forgiveness as far as it goes. We haven't taken it far enough. God is speaking to me." And then randomly throws in a LOL at the end like, what? That LOL completely threw off the vibe. It was giving confused. Then, out of nowhere, he reshared one of Hailey's old posts from 2019, captioning it, "Still relevant, boo." The post was all about her struggling with anxiety and finding her voice as a young woman. Back then, it was seen as her trying to shut down rumors. But him bringing it back now? Feels like a move. Like he's trying to rewrite the narrative. Or remind people of their innocence. Justin's not just standing by Hailey, he's making sure the world knows it. That emotional post? Yeah, Hailey reposted it with that little crying but happy emoji. Like she's touched he's standing up for her. Of course she's soaking it up. Especially when every lyric Selena drops gets picked apart like a puzzle. But Justin didn't stop there. He went full cryptic mode in his captions, the kind that make fans pause and squint. One said, "I think I hate myself sometimes when I feel myself becoming inauthentic." Then he dropped, "We're all made to believe we're not enough, but I still hate when I change to please people." Whew, that's heavy. And then, "I've got anger issues too, but I want to grow and not react so much." So now the question is, what's he reacting to? What's going down behind the scenes? Because the public is watching closely. And It got even messier when Justin started speaking without speaking. He liked a post calling out the haters, specifically saying, "Jobless people tearing Hailey Bieber apart." The post even featured a throwback of Hailey in a Saint Laurent fur coat from 2019, paired with a shady little text message repeating the same phrase. So now, Justin's liking shady posts, preaching forgiveness, and sharing emotional confessions. All while Selena's out here throwing lyrical daggers. This isn't over, not even close. And real talk, if that jobless people shade was aimed at Selena? Let's not, because she is booked and busy. Music, rare beauty, TV, producing, acting. She's running a whole empire, so if that was about her, huge miss. If not, okay, fine. But let's not pretend like she's not out here building legacies. Also, let's clear this up. This ain't about tearing down Hailey either. Everything that's being discussed, it's already out in the open. Posts, interviews, lyrics, public info. And let's not act brand new. Remember that fan photo where Hailey had a Selena poster on her wall? She's been aware of Selena for years. Watching her moves long before all this. Honestly, it would almost be iconic if Hailey just came out and said, "Yeah, I was obsessed. I was into him for years. And guess what? I got him." That level of honesty? Low-key powerful. Own it. Like, I was one of those girls with Bieber posters everywhere, and I made it happen. Boom. No shame in that. Manifestation at its finest. Forget a skincare line. Give us that book. How to Snag Your Teenage Crush and Turn Him Into Your Husband. Bestseller. Period. I'm pre-ordering. Now sure, there's been some buzz around her brand traffic lately, but I'm not even going to go there. Not trying to get dragged. We'll save that tea for another time. Back to reality. Justin and Hailey aren't hiding. The same day Selena dropped those gut punch tracks, Justin and Hailey were spotted at a sushi spot in LA. Hailey even had a smile on her face like, "Yep, still unbothered." And honestly, good for them. Justin's standing by his wife while the internet does what it does best, explode. And okay, to be fair, Justin's been looking more put together lately. Like someone finally forced him to drink water and hit the spa. Skin, glowing. Vibes, calmer. It's giving self-care Bieber, and we love to see it. But then, plot twist, guess who jumps into the drama? Tate McRae, and listen, I love her. Talented, cool vibe, great music, but she might have just walked into the fire. Just 5 hours ago, she posted to her Insta story. "Crying is cool, trying is cool, nothing is embarrassing. Live your life." Fans instantly clocked it as a subtle clapback to Selena's lyric from How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten, where she says, "You're so embarrassing. Go cry when no one's watching." For those who don't know, Tate is tight with both Justin and Hailey. She's worked with Hailey on a Rod campaign, and she's also close with the Kid Leroy, who collabed with Justin on Stay. Oh, and Tate and Justin, both Canadian. The dots are dotting. Things definitely got a little shaky online. People started thinking Tate was throwing shade at Selena, and she immediately jumped on her Insta story to clear the air. She said she's not picking sides, wasn't aiming at anyone, and that it was just a lyric, not a diss. Still, the internet's watching every single move like a hawk. It's wild out here. Let's just keep it real, though. Talking about the drama is one thing, but going to someone's page and leaving hate comments? That's doing way too much. Like, don't be that person. This whole situation might be entertaining to watch unfold, but there's a line, and some people are crossing it. Oh, and speaking of things getting weird, I honestly debated whether to bring this up, but you know what? Let's just go there. I came across this super bizarre AI-generated video that someone made. I think it came out of France, the captions were in French, and it had animated versions of Selena, Hailey, and Justin. Not gonna lie, it was creepy, like way too detailed. The kind of thing that makes you sit back and go, okay, the Internet is deep in this saga. Anyway, that's the full breakdown for today. The drama, the shade, the music, the cryptic posts, all of it. If you made it this far, you're officially as invested in this tea as I am.